Yeah, I just checked it. So we're good.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me back here too?
Yep.
Alright,
Yeah, you might want to hug it just a little bit, like give it a little bit too.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be on the wall.
Oh, yeah, you good. Whenever you ready, man.
Comment, conversation, 412. Coke in the middle, Pittsburgh, what it do? We in the city of bridges, we in the city of smoke. We in the city of rivers, so you don't need you a moat. We in the city of haters, so you just might need a coat. Or at least bring your jacket, cause man, the city get cold. Yeah, man, the city is frothy, yeah, man, the city is costly, but yeah, the city is mine. For 1-2 times, when you know that we grind, cause you know money is time, and you know time is steady ticking, so I gotta get mine. And it's time to come up, so put your hands up. Let's all live this life before death interrupt. Ain't no time for mess up. Man, you better get with it. Arithmetic that I'm spitting, I'll do the math that you listen. Comment, conversation, 412.
What's up, people? This is Common Conversation 412, and we are live. Live.
I got one.
Yeah, he got one. He got in
The
there.
first one to ever
Yeah.
get one in.
Yeah, and to do it with us. Thank you. We appreciate that. But we are live at my house for another show, and we're here. And I like it. What about you? You like it?
Like what? The show?
Yeah. Like how? Like
I ain't got
we
no
are.
choice but to like
I mean,
it.
we
I
are-
love it.
Well, okay, you love it.
Yeah.
It's yours.
It's
This
just you. I don't like like
Oh.
no.
this y'all baby. I made
Yeah,
this together.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I ain't got no choice but to like it.
But
We got too much invested in it.
I'm your host, Chokin. That's Mano, right
Yeah.
there. 'Cause
And
he-
Joby ain't here.
And Joby-
We're gonna skip the whole Joby.
Joby
ain't here.
is not here.
She's a thug. She's out here living life, and she's a high roller. She's addicted to gambling. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. She's
Yeah.
a gambling addict, and
She's
we're trying to work on a way to, you know, to get her to conquer her addiction. It's just like the rivers is just too convenient, and stop laughing at my lie. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lie. We're talking about our other our co-host that we have here, Joby. She
Okay.
normally come and do the show and
And
stuff
she just
like
don't
that.
love us no more.
Nah, but for the past couple weeks,
I
she's
ran
been,
into her.
she's been
Fuck that.
MIA.
I found her.
She
She
told-
ain't no longer missing. I found her.
She told me you ran into
Uh-huh.
you.
Ran
But-
into her ass. Caught her too.
We
She
have
didn't
our
see me.
we have our guest today.
These guys funny.
We have our guest today, Titus, and Titus. Like I've known Titus for a couple years, thanks to my wife and Rachel and his sister.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Shout out Rachel.
Shout out
Steve,
to
man.
and Steven, not really Steven.
No,
Steven ain't
Steve.
play a part. That's my bro, but you know what I mean.
You
But
right.
yeah,
No, you right. I just want
And-
to say his name.
you know when I first met Titus a while back, like we was doing this stuff and like that, I was like, yo, Titus, we gotta link up and do something. And we were supposed to do something, but then I changed my whole fucking.
You moved.
No, I changed my
moved and
vision. I
just disappeared
changed.
on
No,
you.
I changed where I was going, my direction of where I was going. I was about to go to school for carpentry and stuff like that, and stuff like that.
So
but
he could have been
yeah,
working on
yeah,
it.
yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so
You missed out on some.
yeah, I
money.
fucked up. I fucked up. I started doing social
who's to
work.
say you would have been even good at carpentry? He might not have hired you.
It would have been on the strength of who he was.
Thank you.
And then had somebody,
on the
Yeah,
strength of
somebody else
duty.
behind him.
On the strength of
like,
duty.
Like, I got a job for you. Like, I can't
I
hire
give
you
him a
per
shot.
se, but
Hey, look,
you
I
can
give
come in with them.
Everybody get a shot. You know what I mean? And if it work out, it work out. If not,
Bye.
And then we're gonna have to exercise your other strengths.
What's that? What's the new
What you
saying
got?
now? You're terminated or some shit
Oh
like
my
that.
God, nope, that ain't my new saying because
I
that's
mean, I'm just
old
saying,
ass
it's-
saying from the movie Terminator.
Well, he's doing The Apprentice now.
Oh, he could go fuck himself.
Yeah,
That
so-
shit is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
If it ain't Trump, it ain't worth it.
Well, Trump now they
He's the president, so
yeah.
they should have just ended it. Ended it.
Yes.
Schwarzenegger's doing it.
Yeah,
they got
Schwarzenegger's
Schwarzenegger.
doing it. Yeah, he's
and,
doing it. He's
they
now
got a
the
couple
host.
of, Schwarzenegger, Tyra Banks.
Okay.
Is Tyra's on it, right?
I'm not sure.
She's
who's
on there. It's Schwarzenegger, Tyra, and somebody else, I believe.
Yeah,
And
but
she went on there for her makeup line, and that was one of their little things that they had to do, come up with a concept for promoting it. And actually, like a comedian that I follow a podcast and she already got booted off the first episode.
Wow.
Hey, she's still fine though. So.
No, not
Tyra?
Tyra. The apprentice, one of the people that was supposed to be helping, and they separated with the
I'm thinking
boys
you're talking
against
about
girls.
Banks.
Oh no, Tyra, she on there. She there to
I'm
promote her
saying,
makeup. She
what you
ain't
talking
get booted. If you boot Tyra, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. That is just like she's just a powerful woman to begin with, and she's like has such a core female following that to boot her would just be dumb, especially on the first episode. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey man, like I told everybody else, it's a business first. Everything's a business first. Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get that money.
Right. Exactly.
Pay them
Hey,
bills.
so Titus has two businesses, and we're gonna talk to him about his businesses and the stuff that he do. So so I guess you want to talk about your businesses
Just give us
first,
a
or?
whole backlog of who you
Yeah.
are and
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you do.
Yeah. Well, first of all, hold up.
Hold up, my bad.
I ain't see you in a minute. How the kids? How the family?
Oh,
There we
well,
go.
Come on,
well, yeah.
man.
Well, look, the kids are good. They're annoying as shit. No, but they're good.
I like that. It's a house full. It's like-
Yeah. My sister-in-law was here, and her kids and stuff like that. My kids, Miriam's 9, George is 7. His name's Tyre.
It looked like the Proud family down there.
Hold up. So you're not going to switch gears at this
I'm
time?
like, what the? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Right
it's all,
on
it's
you.
all
Yeah,
support.
yeah.
All right. So what we talking about? What's the question?
So, what was the question? Just a little bit. Just tell the people a little bit about you and where you. Yeah.
So yeah, Titus Morris. Some of y'all know me. Some of y'all don't. From the north side, Pittsburgh, regular dude from Perry.
We don't bang with. We don't bang with. You see how you gonna get smart? He got
said,
smart.
He said Perry, and like, I tried to let it ride, like,
Yeah.
like my eye twitched, like,
No, we don't.
Damn it.
We don't bang with.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm a grad student now up Cal U. I'm in my last semester. I'm about to be in my last semester. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
But also I decided to take up start running businesses, man. The first one we're gonna talk about is Danny Marie's Service Coordinators by TLM LLC. I'm the owner, of course. So it's basically a state run program for elderly and disabled people who are also low income. They through the state they can get free medical equipment, home care, medical supplies, things like that. So I set them up on those programs for free. That's good to know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The consumer never has to come out of pocket for this program. So that's real important. I help them throughout the whole application process. Even if they don't get, even if they get denied, it's still free. So I got my website dmservicecoordinators.com, and you guys could go in there for more information. But I'm excited to be here, man.
And too, like even with all that information and stuff that he's giving you about the service coordination business, we'll make sure that brand of it. We'll make sure we'll post that to our page, and if y'all need more information on that, it will be there too, and we'll make sure we have all this information so it can direct you to where you need to go if you need to get in contact with Titus.
Yeah. 412-606-9426. You call that, I'm gonna answer it.
Yeah.
Right here.
don't call it right now.
Don't call.
Not
Yeah,
now.
not now.
Don't call
but yeah. So so we'll make sure we have all that for you. And what's the name you said that one was?
Danny Marie Service Coordinators.
Okay, so what's the reason for what made you pick that name?
Well, okay, yeah. My bad. I should have said that.
Yeah.
First of all.
Well, I got you. That's what I'm here for.
I named it after my late sister, Danielle Marie Thrower. She passed away back in 2011. Actually, her birthday's coming up on the 16th. So shout out to the family. Yeah. So I wanted to honor her. Honor her name. Keep her legacy going. Because she was all of our heart, and she was my oldest sibling. So she always took care of us, and mom had to do what she was doing, and dad had to go to work and things like that. So yeah, I just wanted to honor her with this business. So that's what we did.
Word. And that's what's up into that. And I wasn't gonna let you forget about that.
Definitely.
Because I knew the
how
reason
could I
behind.
though,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Wow.
But no, I mean, you're doing this and you're trying to make sure you don't forget about some information and some of the easiest, simple information that you know you won't ever forget.
Definitely.
It just slips your mind
It
right
does.
there for that,
It
just for that one little second. But yeah, so now the service coordination. So you said it's for seniors and
Yeah,
Disabled.
elderly and
disabled.
or disabled.
Okay, elderly and or
Who
disabled.
are also low income.
And the applications you said you'll help people.
I help them through the whole application
So-
process free of charge.
So and then but say for instance somebody feel like they know how they can do the application themselves. They can print it out from your website.
No. You go on. You can do it over the phone with me, or you could do it online through the state. And if you're interested, or you have maybe like a grandmother or whoever grandfather who wants to do this or can do this, just give me a call. I'll point you in the right direction.
Like, hence
Okay.
it says coordinator.
Yeah, coordinator.
It's
Yeah.
basically that person that breaks down and helps you through the
Yeah,
whole
right.
process to make sure you do everything
Right.
correct and makes it as easy as possible. Take some of that stress off of you
Yeah.
so that you're not sitting there struggling. Like if you don't know nothing, he's gonna know it. He's
Yeah.
going to whatever you got any
Right.
questions about, he's gonna be right there to support you so that you don't stress yourself out worrying about something.
Exactly, and once we get you through the whole application process, I know you guys see all these home care agencies around, so business is booming for them,
Yeah.
home care agencies. But before you get to have a home care agency, you need to have a service coordinator
Yeah. Right.
to even get you a home care agency to take care of your elderly or disabled family member.
Right.
So first step, call a service coordinator like myself. We get you through the application process, and then we get you home care, medical equipment, things like that. On whatever waiver you qualify for,
Yeah.
you could get different things free from the state.
Word. And you know what? And that's what's up. And like what I mean. So yeah, like because even I like a little bit. My we're a little bit my shit. But my job's a little different. We do some type of service coordination. We work with I work with kids who have mental health and stuff like that. So it is a little bit different, but we do have service coordinators in that field. But that's yeah, that's cool. And like you said, you'll help them with that. So again, too, people, if y'all have any questions about any of this stuff, you can always ask us. Or we tag them and all of our stuff on our page, so you can even click on that, find them and stuff like that. And like we said, we will put his information up there about that. So okay, now what's the other business?
Okay, yeah. So I'm also a landlord too. Royal Realty is the business name. Basically buy, sell, flip, rent out, real estate. And the point of me even bringing this one up is because I get a lot of people who ask me about this. How do you get started? How do you do this? Can you give me advice? Yes.
Yeah.
Email me. Call me. I love to help people. You know what I mean?
So
we gotta as a community, and here's the reason why we gotta get out of that. What do you call it? Crabs in a bucket mentality.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to lift people up.
Right.
In any way I can.
Right, and and that's honestly like that. That's what this show is about. Now go up to the top and hit top. Your own timeline. But like that's what this show is about. Like we are here to help people push their brand, promote their brand, and help them get their brand out there, because some people just don't know, or some people just like, oh yeah, I got this, and people are just gonna come to it. How are people gonna come if nobody know about it? So we just try to help people do that. Like we said, like music, if you're doing music or any type of artistry, you're a painter, a poet, anything. Like, you know what I mean? Or if you got a fashion, you got like a boutique or something like that. You got a food truck, you got a restaurant. If you selling pops out your crib just to raise money for your kids to go on a family trip, man, we will help you.
Come on down.
Like, you know what I mean? And that's what we do. Like, you know what I mean? Because like we talk on this show so much about unity and support and uplifting and like, you know what I mean, each other and stuff like that. That's what we do. And honestly, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, like, you know what? And when I first thought, I was so pissed off. Like even that day when we was because your sister came over, we was playing cards. Like I let it slip my mind that you was like you had your own shit, or like you had your own business, you had your own brand, you was doing, and you were making moves, and I was like, And as soon as she was here, I was like, you know, I got to do it. And I felt like, because we've been doing this for a little bit now, and I'm like, and like for a while we was just sitting like, oh man, we ain't got nobody to bring on. And all the time, like, when we had like them gaps or no gas, could have had you on maybe once or twice. So, but going like now with your like you know what I mean, with your real
I want some. I got a question to ask when it comes to the realty, like
I can't get
when it comes to real estate.
Yeah.
What like, can you walk us through the process of buying and getting ready to own a home, and actually, you know what I mean, getting ready to own a piece of property
as an investment property?
As an both actually, as a personal and as an investment.
Well, it's a lot of ways to start investing.
Okay.
It's a lot of ways. I mean, you can go through auctions. You can go through banks, get mortgages. You can go through owner financing, which is the one that I promote the most because it's easier. You know, for people, you know, coming out of our community who might not have as much knowledge, but there's so many ways. You know, you could. There's so many ways to get into it. It's not just one clear cut thing. You gotta find your niche in the game. You know what I mean? Some people buy and hold real estate, like that's what I do, and I rent them out, fix them up, rent them out. Some people just do flips. You know, some people, you know, just buy in like upcoming communities, like over in, you know, people. I know people who was buying property in like East Liberty
Before 10
years ago. And now they dumping them off, becoming millionaires, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all in what you want to do. There's no clear cut formula of how to get into it. Really, it's really not. It depends on, you know, different things like your credit, how much money you got, you know, how much. Those are the two most important ones. But then how much knowledge do you got in the game? You know what I mean? So
especially for the one that when you said like, you know, when they're going to communities, like for instance, like you said, East Liberty and stuff like that, because you know, like that's like right now prime, and they're looking to change that community. So if you bought them houses 10 years ago, they want them so they can switch it and turn it and put their
gentrification, man.
Yeah. And put these businesses and stuff like that there, and try to move the other people out, like, you know what I mean, move people out and stuff like that. So you can you could pay $5,000 for that house, but now you can sell that house for $200,000 because they want it so bad, and you just made like damn near like 100.
And when you're investing in that type of way, it's like it's a roll of the dice. Like you said, there was people that were buying properties back 10 years ago, 10 years ago, hoping that they'll start developing so they can sell it at a higher.
No, it's not rolling the dice. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
When you have knowledge, it makes it less risky. So, with this being said, so if you get into real estate, it's going to be more risky for you to do it than for me to do it because I already know what
what's going on. So
exactly, you know, it's risky for me to try to do a podcast. I don't know nothing about this stuff.
Yeah,
I'll be looking dumb. It'd be risky for me to do this. But if you have knowledge, if you've done your research, it makes it 10 times easier for you than the person coming in that don't know nothing.
Yeah, so that makes sense. And I'm just speaking from like my view. It'll be risky as shit for me. And
right now it is.
But once I start to learn,
you talk to me or you talk to other people that's doing it. You do your research for yourself. It becomes less risky for you. It becomes profitable for you.
Gotcha. And what I meant by risky is like, people may have, East Liberty, that one, I wouldn't call that a high risk, but like there's certain areas where it's like.
But 10 years ago you would.
Yeah.
Well,
but go ahead.
I was saying, no, me personally, I wouldn't because I see the potential of East Liberty and the East Busway and the actual area and what's around it. So I wouldn't call it, I would have if I had the money, would have invested in that area because that area is like, okay, it's in my head. I see like, okay, Oakland's there, quick shot downtown, easy transfer, convenient when it comes to transportation, public or private, and businesses are slowly starting to close down, but this is a known business area. So I would expect people to start investing and trying to build that up. Also, shit, you're right. You got children's right down the street. You got all types of hospitals around there.
Moving in them places.
Exactly, and that's why back then I was like, okay, that makes sense to invest there. But like, say there's a area where where it's questionable, where it's like, I don't see them developing anything here.
Well,
That's what I would call like risk.
Well, that's what again too. Like we can look at the north side when they did like Federal Street. Like you know what I mean?
No,
How they,
I wouldn't say Federal. It's too close to downtown. I would expect within some years them to start renovating that because it's so close to business. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, but
They're
that's
already doing it.
yeah, but they,
Exactly. So
but
I
the-
wouldn't call that a risk. Now, if you say something where like
Homewood. They're doing Homewood.
I would say the Homewood I would
Homewood.
consider a risk because it was beat down so much. I would assume that it would take so much to bring it back.
But guess what? East Liberty was the same thing. There's when you go outside of Homewood,
Mm-hmm.
what you run into? East Liberty.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit Homewood. I tell people go ahead. They already starting in Homewood. But I tell people now, and this is a gym. Whoever got some money to invest, go up Wilkinsburg. Go up Wilkinsburg. Grab you some dirt cheap properties because it's that whole thing is going right up the road.
It's starting to spread its out.
And it's gonna hit Homewood. It's hitting Homewood now already. Go up Wilkinsburg. Get some cheap ones. Hold them for 5 years. See what happens. I told you.
Yeah.
And remember, if you got some money,
Titus
grab it
told you.
now.
Titus told you.
And I'm not trying to be cocky or confident, but I know what I know from
Yeah.
talking to other people, reading about it, seeing what's going on, hearing development plans, and I just know. Can't nobody, and you ask any other person, in real estate, they're gonna tell you the same thing.
Oh wow. I mean, like that's crazy though, and I believe so. So how long have you been doing that side of it? Like the real estate.
Listen, I always wanted to do it.
Yeah,
It's
because I
like-
remember like when we talked, like that was like 5 years ago, like, almost 4 years ago.
That was either 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But it's been, for me, actually getting into it, it's been 2 or 3 years. But I knew, like, when I was in high school, my friends, they like, what you trying to, man, I want to do real estate.
Yeah.
But why though? You look at all of the rich people in the world. They invest in real estate. They invest in land.
Right.
So that's why when you read people's, I mean, we don't like to look at Trump right now, right? But
Yeah.
the dude owns major land, don't he?
Yeah.
He
Right.
does, and people take that like he may not be the person to be the president, but when it comes to business, because I've already heard that like he's even failed, and the comeback was so major from his failure. Like he had a small loan of $1 million, which is not small to us, but I'm just
Yeah. Them was his words.
Speaking
though.
from his
Yeah,
words,
yeah, yeah, it was
like,
his word.
from-
I got a small one from my father.
You must have read his wiki bio, but go ahead.
oh,
Or some type of bio that
something that was that
called
low.
$1 million.
Yeah, like no, that's what he said.
No, that's what he
was-
said.
Oh, he said that?
yeah, he
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
said I
yeah.
started off with a small loan of $1 million.
You know what, he did say that.
Yeah.
Like,
I've
oh
seen that.
my God.
Yeah.
But he started off with a small loan, what he would consider a small loan, and he built it to hundreds of millions. And then he broke down to a couple million.
Yeah.
Like, you down there went bankrupt for who you are, and then built it back up to hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
With liquid assets that take him into a billionaire.
But he knows business, and that's the thing too. I mean, we could talk about business all day. I love talking about business. I love educating people. You know what I mean? And anything that I say on here, don't take it. Don't just take it and take it as truth. Take it and research it, and you make sure it's true.
Yeah.
But with Trump whole thing, he knows business. He doesn't personally go bankrupt. His business.
Yeah.
And guess what? You could kill a business like with your eyes, just like that. And
Just
it
slip right
doesn't
with it.
affect you personally, and it doesn't affect your other businesses. You see what I'm saying? If you in business, businesses fail every day. It comes with the game. It's just, all right, pack up, throw that one away, make a new one.
And that's just what a
it's
lot of
literally
people
Yeah.
don't
that.
get.
Right.
It's just the same thing as TV shows. It's bound to end. It's going to end. You just get the most that you can get out of it at the time while it's running. It's
Right.
just that simple. Like people get into like fame and fortune and be like, oh well, I booked this deal. I got 3 seasons on the TV show. Like, yeah, that's 3 seasons on the TV show. You know that's going to end. So what are you gonna do next? Don't put all your eggs into that one thing.
Right.
Same thing with businesses.
30 for 30 broke. Y'all seen it? Come
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah.
Y'all see these athletes out here?
Definitely, where it's like within 7 years of retiring from the NFL, it's like 75% of NFL players go broke.
Right.
What is it, like 80, 75%, something like that, of businesses fell within the first 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can look that one up too.
Definitely, and people don't understand it. It's like it's you got to educate yourself and educate yourself well when it comes to any type of thing where you're trying to invest your time and effort, and especially when you're dependent on it financially. And you got to know when to pull out of it and move on to the next idea. Try to stay ahead of the curve.
I think people, you know, we need to have more conversations like these, you know, between people that look like us.
Yeah, and that's the truth.
Because most people don't know, or they don't know where to get the information. Everybody's not a college student, or even in college, they don't they don't tell you how to run a business. You know, they teach you how to be the employee, which is kind of weird. But
Wow. Yeah.
Because we're not learning the same way other people are learning. And it's a fucked up thing where people are getting taught to be bosses and other people are sectioned off to be taught to be employees. Granted, we do need employees, but everybody should be given an opportunity and fall into places, you know what I mean, fall into their place, their rightful place.
You're right.
And it's that simple.
You're right. But I tell everybody, I mean, it's cool to be an employee, but that ain't your end goal.
Right.
That can't be your end goal.
Right.
Because what if that job fired you, then what?
Yeah. Right.
What if you know, the company that you're working for go under, then what? Now you telling me your kids gotta start.
Right.
You telling me, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
And you know what? And that shit. That is so crazy too. Because like I look at even what I do. Right. I do like a form of social work.
Mhm.
Our next president doesn't believe in social work. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Wow, okay. I didn't know that one.
so
Me neither. This is new.
Shit.
So-
me too.
he doesn't. That stuff he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe in. So, I mean, honestly, like, I mean, it could potentially mess up what I have. Like, you know what I mean? What I'm doing. So, I mean, like, granted, like, you know what I mean? Like, I do, like, photography a little bit on the side. We got this show, like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
stuff like that. But, I mean, I'll always try to get myself back out there. But I'm just sitting back and we do all this stuff. I'm hoping, like, one day, like, either one of these things, and mostly this,
Yeah.
just take off and blow and become something major.
And I mean, you know, that's all
Yeah.
you can do. But I tell people, don't be satisfied with the 9 to 5 thing, because it's not. You know, you should always have something. You know,
Something to fall back on.
Right.
Something not well, you're gonna fall back on, but to call your own.
Right.
Definitely.
And that's
also
one
that
thing.
leaves
And that's
you-
one thing with this.
It leaves you something that you can pass on to your children. A lot of people don't realize that we started off so far back, and we're just starting to get money when it comes to like lower class people, and majority fall into the lower
Yeah.
class of black people. So we run out and we're getting all of this stuff that we didn't have the opportunity to have, like clothes and gold chains, but nobody's really invested.
Right.
I heard this great saying. It was Killer Mike, and he was doing a live interview, and he said that you got people that are born into fucked up situations,
Killer Mike.
but continue to stay in fucked up situations. Like you'll have drug dealers that'll make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and millions in their, I'll call it, in their stretch of being a drug dealer,
Did he say why?
because they refuse to like break that mental mentality.
We gotta decondition ourselves.
Exactly, and literally he sat there. He's like, you could sell drugs, and he's not knocking anybody, because some people have to do what they have to do. But once you get to a certain point, you have to pull out.
Yeah.
of that.
When do you quit?
You have to change that illegal money to legal money. How about you get $10,000 and buy you like a couple of the little like Gus and Yaya's, little icy balls, little Johns, or hot dog stand, and put them in your downtown city, and start accumulating legal money that way, and then turn around, you make it to $20,000, buy you a nice little storefront, and then boom, put that in your neighborhood where you're from, so you don't have to leave your community. You can start building your community up,
Right.
and that's been pressed a lot right now, where it's like buy back the block, buy back where you're from, start investing in it if you want to see your neighborhood better, because Everybody does illegal stuff to get a better life, but you're staying in the fucked up situation. Like, you're not making any sense. So you have people that run the streets and die in the streets because they thought that was being real. Like, you can be a real man. Like, I just posted a status the other day where it was like, yeah, it's easy to do fucked up shit to get your way. That's easy. But it's hard to do legal shit to get your way. That's a challenge because the system everybody knows was built up against the lower class. Like, there's even white people down there in the lower class. There's all types of people, but you have to break out of that. Like, you gotta break the stereotype.
Yeah,
you gotta
break
strive
it.
to be more than what
gotta
they
get
let
out.
you. And just like Charlemagne, he has a book coming out. It's called Black Privilege. Black Privilege. Create your own opportunities.
I heard
Yeah.
about it.
Like, come on now. Like, there's so much stuff where it's like people find the easier way. Where if there's a challenge in front of you, they give up and just bitch at the challenge. Stop bitching. Find a way to knock that wall down.
Right.
Find a way to get over that.
Right.
It's that simple. Like, you're in real. I'm tongue tied
Real
right
estate.
now. You're in real estate, and you're doing the coordinating services.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure didn't nobody come and hand you the pamphlet, but you were striving to do that your whole life. So you went out like, there's black people that are up there in the 1% that are willing to help you, but they're not going to risk what they have to help you.
gotta
Right.
go get it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they're not just gonna be like, here, take that. No, you gotta want it. You gotta want to do it. You gotta want to be successful. You gotta want to put in the time, the work, and the effort. Like, you know what I mean? Because like, again too, like that's why I said, like, even your brand, like, because even when you was talking, like, I can't remember exactly word for word when we was talking years ago, but you was saying that, like, yeah, I'm gonna get my own, like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have my own business going, and I want to get into this real estate stuff. Because when I was supposed to go to school with carpentry, you know, I want to get into real estate and stuff like. Yeah, you really wanted to, like, you know what I mean? And you kept that passion and that thing going, and like, you know what I mean? And to just go a little bit off that, like, when I would like to start this show, this common conversation before Mano came on. I was trying to start it for 2 years before when I came off and became something last year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just sitting there, like, I had one mic or maybe two mics, and we had one little small thing and stuff like that, and really didn't do no shows until then we did our one show. We had Asco on there, which was a good show and stuff like that. Then we start getting banners and multiple mics and stuff. And honestly, and we had to invest in our own money to get it somewhere. And we only had like 50 likes on Facebook. Now we get 500 likes. Our post is only reaching 50 people. Now our post is reaching 2,300 people a week. Like, you know what I mean? That's all. And when we see that, and we grow, like, you know what I mean? And we're not asking for, like, you know what I mean? We ask for people's support and support us, but we do all the work. Like, you know what I mean? We sit out here, we do the work. We contact people and see if they want to be on the show, or we contact people and see what type of business and brand that they have. If I see you out there and I see you got a brand, bro, I'm gonna ask you about it and try to help you get an opportunity to be on the show and help.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, and help us. And that's the only thing. Like, people be like, some people ask you, "Can I get on your show?" Yeah, how much you gonna charge me to get on your show? Bro, it's not. It don't cost you nothing. We ain't charging you.
Like the way we would charge you is if you were to bump somebody. Like, if you literally have to, like,
Yeah,
it's like,
I get you.
okay, I have to have this done by this week because next week is when it is.
Yeah.
And we would, like, that would be like, okay, we have to inconvenience somebody and we'll talk to you about that and see how we can go about rescheduling and making this work. But this is a free show. Like, email us.
Right.
Email us information that you want to get out there. Because we have people, like, it's not just us two. We have a couple people in the background that are admin in the page that'll help support your stuff and show.
Anytime you see all that, like, the common conversation stuff, you see us here. We're not typing nothing.
No.
We're looking.
I was thinking, like, oh, who is
Yeah,
that?
we were looking at that. Sorry, give me a second.
You stay on the show, Goofy. I'll go.
It just needs to be plugged in. This right here.
So you stay on the
Yeah, my bad. But yeah, but and that's one thing we do. The cord should be over here somewhere. Just look, it's already plugged into the computer. It's just not plugged in. But we try to provide them opportunities for people and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? What can we do? We can help out each other. We can build each other up, and that's what we look at. If anything, like nah, but like, you know what? Don't buy nothing for us. Like, you know what? Get a shirt. That's what we say. Hey, get a shirt. Let more people know about us. Like, get a shirt, or like you want to come on the show. Let your people know that you're coming on the show.
Right. No, definitely.
That's how we see it. That's how you.
Sure.
And that's not even costing you nothing. You just promoting yourself so more people can see. Tag it.
And that's great. I was just telling my little brothers that on the way over. Shout out to them.
They right there.
They
Yeah, the
here.
background.
Yeah. Good morning.
Hey, matter of fact, Tomazi, give me one of them brochures right there.
And-
But yeah, no, I was just telling them, like, you know, it's all about showing that love, and you know, you never know, somebody, you know, one of your viewers might see this and see, you know, say, oh, you know, I need those services, or oh, I need
Exactly.
you know, I need a place to stay, or I want advice on how to start that business or how to start a real estate business. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, and it's people that's, you know, that's watching, you know, necessarily for me, that's going to be following y'all.
Right.
I took some people's phones and was like, hey, look, we're gonna follow common conversation.
Yeah.
412, you gonna watch this thing.
Right.
So, but that's what it's about. Now my people know who y'all are, and
Right.
y'all people know
Yeah.
who I am.
Yeah, right.
And we all supporting each other.
Right.
And it's all getting bigger.
Right, and that's what we try to do, and that's what we try to do, and that's what we try to hope for. But now, do you have property, like current properties right now, like that you rent out?
Yeah.
That you're renting out. So how many properties do you have, or do you want to say that, or you?
Hey, look,
He
I
has
tell people I got a few of them.
You got a few. He got a few of them.
I got a
Okay,
few of
so that you're renting.
Yeah, he sound like he hit us with the ditty real quick. I'm investing in a few things.
Yeah.
Take
yeah.
that. Take
So now, yeah. Well, you just gotta get your idea, Justina, and just go with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because she said she's been waiting for it. Like she's been trying to start a business of herself, and she got billions of ideas. That's going around in her mind. But yeah,
go full speed at it.
yeah,
Go
you got
full speed. Don't let nobody. There's so many people saying you can't. Real estate is risky, or having a business is. How you gonna do that and go to school?
Right.
How you gonna do that and, you know, do all the other stuff that you're doing? Because I got a couple other things, but we're not gonna talk about that today. But you know,
next time on the show.
Next time.
Yeah.
But you got to go full speed at it, and whoever ain't supporting you, you know, just drop. You know, they ain't a part of your life no more.
Right.
Period. Keep it moving, and surround yourself with people, you know, like-minded people. You know, whatever business you want to start, go be friends with somebody who's doing it or has done it.
Right.
And that makes it that's the cheat code, right? If I know if I want to start a podcast, I know who to talk to.
Right.
And you ain't gonna steer me wrong.
Yeah, and I won't. Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. And then we build each other up. In that way.
And a lot of people need to understand, like, when you're, like, we have this crab in a bucket mentality where you feel if you see somebody making it or striving for something that, oh, why support them? They're headstrong, they on their own. Don't hate, like, support them because they need that support.
Yeah.
Right.
It's that simple. And who knows, one of your, like, actions of support or whatever it may be may get you a position. And, you know what I mean? Just take advantage of the opportunity and support people that are striving to do better. Don't sit there and, because a lot of people like to see people fail.
Yeah.
And that's a bullshit mentality that black people and poor people have developed, where it's like people that get successful, you hate them. People that get TV shows, you hate them. Get on the sports team, you hate them.
The people you know, the people you grew up with.
That hate you the most.
Where you from? I was just in a barbershop today, this 12-year-old boy talking about, I hate the Steelers. What?
So why?
You on the north side, you can go outside and hear the stadium from your house.
Exactly.
But you hate the
What's the point?
for what?
What's the point? My thing is, like, you should feel indifferent about everything. Be happy to support people, but don't be angry at them. Don't like them, don't not like them if you don't want to deal with them.
Right, yeah.
Because it's like, that, don't let that affect you. Until it affects you, don't care about it, because the Steelers ain't paying my bills.
Nope.
So every loss they take, I don't like you.
You rooting for a team that's in a city that he never even been to.
Shit like that. Just like you got people that's in the hoods, representing the hood that you don't even own. You saying this is my hood, but you're in the projects. This is government.
They out there faking their phone. They out there doing their Soldier Boy impression.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Wow. Oh man.
Wow.
You want to talk about that?
No. I see Justine. This is Justine.
Yeah, that's
not
a girl.
She said there's so much competition, but I want to touch on that real quick. If you're still watching, anywhere you go, you're gonna see. Let me try to get you an example. There's a McDonald's next to a Burger King.
Mhm.
That's also next to a Wendy's. That's next to a Subway.
It's next to an Arby's. It's next to Dairy Queen.
It's all about
next to,
it's all about why you doing it and what you got different to offer.
Right.
If we all if they all make the same hamburger, with
Nobody
you know
would
what I
make any
mean?
money.
If Wendy's ain't have that baconator,
Right.
They want to change the game.
Yeah.
You're right.
Do something different. Do something that they're gonna say, oh, Justine doing that. Oh, okay. Just, you know what I mean? Just like any other hustle. You see the weed dude talking about, oh, I got he made up a new name for it, right?
Right.
But you want bad because of that name.
It says
Right.
you got Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
I got Bigfoot.
Right.
Yeah.
There you
Right,
go.
right. I
There
got
you go.
Bigfoot.
It's sparkle and and it tell you stories. Like
Right.
you know what I mean? I'm just saying, man.
that's real
different.
shit.
He said, "Hey, you buy this. It costs a lot now, but you ain't gonna have to come back for a week and a half."
There you go.
Right.
There you
But
go.
you know what? It's marketing and promoting your brand. That's it. Sell your brand.
Sell yourself,
Yep, you got to.
and make sure you're knowledgeable when people come to you about it.
Right.
If not, you're gonna look like a fool.
Right.
Exactly.
And two-
so wherever
and-
you want to go, educate yourself before you jump into the pool. It's that simple.
Right.
Like, and then like dabble in there. Get around people that know what's going on in there. Surround yourself with people that will influence you, because you surround yourself with negativity or people that don't want to grow in life, that want to continue to stay in the hood and shit. Every morning I'm gonna see you on the porch smoking a cigarette
Right.
and drinking a beer later on that afternoon, and that's just you. That's what you do. You're not
Right.
growing anywhere. What can you teach me? Surround yourself with people that are going to teach you something that you may not know.
In that same breath, you got to also be that positive one in the room. You know what I mean? So good. If you give off good energy, you're gonna get back good energy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's reciprocal. If I saw yelling at my boy Token right now, what are you gonna do? He gonna yell back, ain't he?
Yeah.
I hit
He
you,
might
you
not.
gonna
He
hit me
crazy.
back, right? But I compliment you.
And I get yep.
Compliment you back.
Right.
That's what it is. That's life. So just make sure you're always giving off good vibes, even if you don't feel like it. Some days I don't. I want to say something bad to people on Facebook, just like everybody else. But I bite my tongue, and I just move on because it ain't for me.
Right. And you know what? And we try to do that, man. Because like we sit here and like I said, like, and two, that's what I say to people, if you're looking to start your own business and stuff. And what's up, Shawnee? When you're trying to get your own business and stuff and you promote your brand and you got your own brand going, like, honestly, like, even when we started this, it might move slow. It might not be moving as fast as you want it to move. Because like he'll tell you that, like, I'm like, bro, we need to get to like this number of people watching our show, this number of likes, and mine ain't going this way. Maybe we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do. He's like, nah. He's like,
so
nah,
quick
bro,
to
slow
give
down.
up on the idea. He doesn't like, he plants it and moves on because he doesn't have potatoes the next day. That's
No,
like,
it don't be like the next day.
But
Maybe a week.
But you gotta put in the timeline
Yeah,
for
right,
how long
right.
it take a potato to grow.
Right.
Like he's ready to move on. So it's like, all right, we're gonna do t-shirts. Let's do t-shirts. Cool. Let's do t-shirts. Let's come up with a basic design. Now let's come up with a few color schemes to see how these start to sell. And then it goes to, all right, we're gonna get custom ones. Okay, that should be just for us. Then he's so quick to cater to everybody else that we haven't become established in that field yet. So it's like, let's go get the basics down.
That one's tricky because both of y'all saying the right thing, but y'all pulling it at separate.
Exactly, in two different directions.
But
he wills me back though. He gets me back. He slapped me back like, nah, bro, chill. All right.
That's what I'm saying. Like that
And I
energy.
chill.
you should want to cater to folks.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because that could be y'all's niche. You know what I
Right.
mean? But yeah, you're right. You gotta plant your feet and see that thing out. I get that too.
And that's my whole thing is like, slow down. Like I know there's great moves, but let's set a timeline and the stuff that we're trying to do. Like, okay, we can get it done in a year, and we could kill ourselves doing it, and we may make 1,001 mistakes and fall off in that year by moving too fast.
Yeah.
Or we can make this stretch out 3
No, that's
years,
true.
do it with patience, and nurture this thing and grow it.
You move too fast, you're gonna skip steps.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Spin out, burn out.
It ain't. Yeah, definitely. That's basically what happens. But you know, to the average person, if you got the vision, man, that vision is going to drive you. See that end goal where you want to be. And I'm not talking about materialistic things like, oh, I want the big house, I'm talking about your business, strictly your business, and you know, see where you want to be, envision that, and make short-term goals to reach where you want to be.
That build up to the long-term goal.
Exactly.
Right.
And guess what? Along the way, there's going to be things that happen, you know, obstacles in the road. But you gotta have that long term goal in mind the whole time. That's going to help you get through it. And God, you know what I mean? I can't forget about the big man, right? So I'm very religious, as you know.
Yeah.
You know, pray a lot, things like that. That's my advice to people who are going through something or want to see something through. But yeah, and you know. What I also get a lot is some people say, well, everybody's not an entrepreneur, or everybody's not a, you know, not everyone wants to do business, which is fine, which is fine, you know. Then what I'm saying right now is not for you. Right. I'm thinking about the people who have a vision, who have a dream, you know, who have a goal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like that. Who want to do better, who want to have a business, or who want to, you know, succeed in something. That's who I'm talking to.
Right. And that's fair. That's fair.
And like, everybody ain't gonna make it. It's that simple. Everybody's not gonna make it in the. I mean, that's being honest. Everybody's not gonna make it, but strive.
Right.
Strive. You might not fall into the niche where in real estate. You might not fall in there, but you might fall in music. You might fall in sports. You might fall in art. You might fall in hair care store. You might own your own business, but it might not be the one that you're striving for because you're looking for the wrong goal. Do the thing that you love. Right. Try to do the stuff that you're interested in, so that you can learn to grow that, so that you can be involved in that. Like, you're more involved. A lot of people go and do something just because, fuck it, that's what's in right now, but I really don't love it, and end up falling off,
or they think
because you're
easy.
trying to get in where you don't fit in at all.
Right.
Like, this ain't your lane. Try to find your lane, and you may have multiple lanes, or you may be really good at this one motherfucker where you could be the king of that, or at least up there with them. You know what I mean? You could be at the table eating, or you could be sitting there trying to bag up scraps, struggling, like, to keep up with everybody else. Find what you're into, because you'll turn something that you love to do, or something that you're trying to force yourself to love to do, and it might be your worst nightmare, because that's not really where your head is.
And that's what I tell. And on another note, that's why I tell people, they say, well, I just want a job that I love. You're never gonna love it.
No, it's always gonna be hard work.
You're never gonna love it because you're never gonna be paid enough. Somebody's always gonna be stupid at the job. You're always gonna think you're smart. And that was my thing. I figured that out early. You know what I'm saying? I knew that early on, that I was an entrepreneur. Whenever I was and here's also how you know too if you're an entrepreneur. If you was trying to hustle, or not necessarily like drugs and things like that, but if you was, making something and selling it while, when you was young, or like my thing was, okay, I went to Allegheny, but they used to pick us up on Piersville right outside the corner store, and the corner store was open, Turner's place. Right on the corner in Piersville and Clayton.
Oh, okay.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And so, but it was open when we was at the bus stop. I used to go in there and buy packs of gum. Fruities was big. Little baby bottle pops.
Yeah.
I used to buy all that stuff. Sunflower seeds. All of it was like a quarter, right? Go to school, get it all for
50 cents, 75
50
cents.
75 cents. Every time. And that's from then I knew that I did, back then I was trying to, I guess, hustle because I wasn't old enough to get a job. And then when I was old enough to get a job, I was like, man, I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't, and this person is a weirdo. I don't want to work for this person, but I gotta pay my bill, or I gotta do, you know what I mean? And then
Gotta get my money right.
Sometimes you get stuck in that sense, but I was able to save up money and get in contact with the right people, and be able to set goals and have a vision on what I wanted to do. But for the people who are entrepreneurs, that's how you know.
Right.
If you was always that hustler, or if you always was trying to flip something, even if, drugs included, y'all entrepreneurs too.
Right.
You're trying to get up out of that.
And you're trying to shift into the legal, because a lot of people are trying to fight the system. You got to think of smart ways to beat the system.
Hey, wait, hold up. That's a good point. Listen, and not necessarily beat the system, but you got to learn how to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
If Trump is the president, don't and be more like Trump. And here's what I mean. Don't take this wrong. Not morally or ethically be like Trump. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about his business mind. Trump is going to give breaks to business owners.
And it's coming from a mile away.
But guess what? Be a business owner.
Be a business, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
If you want them tax breaks, too easy. Too easy.
Right.
You could call legal, legal Zoom right now and get yourself a LLC.
Yeah.
And boom.
Just own something and start marketing, like pushing a product out of it.
Listen, product. It don't gotta be a product. It could be, it could be information.
That's a product, and people need information.
You can sell. I know people right now. They're what is it? They're like setting up small business websites for business, and that business is booming right now. Get on that one for sure. Anything, but all I'm saying is play that game. Obviously, the saying, the man with the gold makes the rules,
Mm-hmm.
and the one who makes the rules breaks the rules.
Yeah.
That's why Trump ain't paying no taxes.
Right.
It's that
And
simple.
he ain't going to.
You damn
He
right
ain't
about
going
that.
to. Listen,
Like, and people
boys-
fell for that. He's
the
not
boys
gonna
smart.
build the board against himself.
Right.
Especially now that you run the motherfucker. You
Right.
run it. Like you at the head now. Like you're not
Facts.
gonna sit there and try to destroy yourself. It does not make any sense. Like let's think realistically. Like yeah, you can create jobs, but you're gonna make yourself some more money in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Because all those jobs do, he's gonna try to funnel those jobs
Listen,
back to him.
Here's what's happening, man. You give the tax break to the 1%. Okay, yeah, he's right. It'll create other like sectors or whatever for them to, build and then hire more people. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but what does that do? That creates more employees. That creates more people,
money.
and more money for the business, right?
Mhm.
And you're getting pennies on the dollar. Not only that though, but it keeps you being an employee. It keeps the richest
The
getting
people
richer,
at the top,
and the poor middle class getting poor.
and you're not realizing that they're just placing you. You sit there and be like, oh, I needed a job. Like, yes, there's
And-
people you
Right.
need a job right now. You're struggling. You need it,
Yeah.
but they're building jobs that have no advances in them, and there's no
Right,
advance to it.
Right.
Like you're coming to
You
step
can't
one and
grow
you're
in
staying
that,
at
right.
step one.
And even if you can grow, what you gonna get, another quarter, an hour?
Yeah.
Which, you know what I mean? Pennies on the dollar I'm talking about, but it's keeping you an employee is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's that rat race. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
And people
Right.
definitely don't see that, and they're not taking that into consideration. Like we're stuck in such a place where it's like just to be an employee is a great thing.
Mhm.
But then you have people that aren't willing to do the basic things to become an employee or even take risks. Where it's like you got too many people that have the mindset that I'll get $10,000 and the first thing I want to do is fly to this country and do something. Like nobody wants to really invest in themselves.
Listen,
Actually invest in
I
themselves.
like gold too. Y'all see the gold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you earned it.
But you gotta. It's levels. That's what you know.
Mhm.
The song. There's levels to it. So you gotta make sure you good first. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You gotta make sure your business is good first. You gotta get that residual income.
Mhm.
You gotta keep building so that whenever you do go on that trip, it's just a drop in the bucket.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're not struggling after that when you come back home.
Thank you. You got too many black people that's trying to go to Atlanta for a week, go to Vegas for a week, and come back behind on their bills.
And you know what? Another thing I want to talk about too is people. You know, and I don't got a problem with people chasing their dreams. Chase your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, if you broke in Pittsburgh, you're gonna be broke in Atlanta. You're gonna be broke in Miami. You're gonna be broke in LA. That's all I'm saying. Pittsburgh is not a bad place. Pittsburgh is a beautiful place, and there's a lot of opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, people are leaving their cities to come to Pittsburgh.
And people don't realize that.
Opportunity.
We're ranked in the top places to live.
Yeah,
and it's not just because we got some nice views. There's money here.
Right.
There's fucking money here.
That's of it.
Right. So, hey, but before we go, because we got to wrap this up.
Oh man,
Yeah,
man,
tell-
so much fun.
Listen, give us a little bit of your backstory, like where you grew up at and what led you to this path. Well, clearly you said you started hustling, grinding, and making your own type of income as a young child. But what's like your growing up story like?
Yeah, okay, so just like I said before, I'm Perrysville, city kid, you know, people know me around the city, hopefully, at least on the north side. You know, Perry, like I said, like I said, you know, I went to Penn State, Maine, right after high school. I was fortunate enough to do that. Majored in business the whole time. I wanted to major in real estate, but you couldn't, which was weird. But
Or maybe you couldn't.
you might got something there. You might got something there. I went to A&T for a little while. Went back to Penn State. I was playing football, you know, pretty much that whole time. Went back to Penn State. Went to Seton Hill. Played football there too. That's where I graduated from. With my bachelor's in business administration. And then I went to Cal U. That's when I started my real estate business. And then.
Was you in the service?
Oh man, we need to talk about that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm in the Army Reserve, so yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
I'm still doing it. You know what I mean? 1 week in the month, 2 weeks in the summer. And it's you know, and that's what I mean about sacrifices. And I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, but it was a sacrifice. I knew if I did that, it would open up doors for other things.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's a good way to raise money. But yeah, so I did that amongst other things. You know, I guess it's too late to talk about those other things now. But so the service got the business going. Met a lot of good people at Cal U. I'm still there. Actually, I just moved out of Cal a couple of days ago. Actually, yesterday. You know, made Danny Marie service coordinators back in June or July. I don't remember the exact date. But since then, I've been grinding. Me, my mom, my sister, my brother. You know, I got a couple employees now.
Word.
You know what I mean? So it's growing rapidly. So whoever is listening to this, if you need those type of services, you know, call me. You know, all of that. You know, email me. I'll give y'all my contact, whatever.
Or yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So
we will make sure we share that stuff.
yeah.
So they can get it.
Here's my email. You could, you know.
Oh yeah, plug yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, plug in. That's what get to. Plug in all your stuff.
Listen, TLM at dmservicecoordinators.com. That's my email. All right.
Y'all can see that.
The website is dmservicecoordinators.com. Also on Facebook, Titus Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm sure y'all added me. Here, I guess I need to be giving y'all this number instead. 855-442-5468. That's the office number. Make sure y'all calling that one. Also, social media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything.
Okay,
every way, because a lot of the younger people are like so short term, and they may not call you because nobody calls. They text it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Or
social
they on
media,
social
they may
media,
reach
yeah.
out to you right there. So yeah, plug everything.
Let's see. Damn, I gotta.
Yeah, look it up.
King.me.t. That's the Instagram. King.me.t. And then T_the king on Snapchat. So hit me up.
And this is the type of person you want to surround yourself with because he's very driven and he's goal oriented and he's like he has his mindset and he's not going to settle for less. These are the type of people that you want to have conversations with,
Right.
that are going to sit there and feed you information that you may not know because he just gave me a lot of insight on getting involved in real estate and different type of inputs, and I'm sure he could go more in depth with all of that. It's become a second nature to him. This is his field.
Yeah, I didn't want to come here and throw up on y'all with information.
But yeah, you gotta.
Thing too.
Yeah.
I didn't want to throw it because some people they get uncomfortable when you throw up on them.
Where you just like force feeding them, like
Exactly.
Or just dropping
I didn't want
some
to do that. I more or less wanted y'all to know who I was. Get the contact. If y'all need me, cool. If y'all don't, that's cool too. But yeah, I had a lot of fun today, man.
I definitely
Hey,
appreciate that.
yeah, we most definitely, man. Look, you what I mean. It's
whenever
cool.
you want,
It's like we appreciate it, and you are always welcome to come be on the show.
Definitely, and this is like to get the people a feel for you. And next time we could just have the conversation.
Yeah,
We just talk about whatever comes to mind.
Whatever.
Because at the end of the day, it's people need to talk more and open the doors to conversation. There's so many people that are out here just trying to ignore people or ignoring information that they don't see fit for their life. Ignore information that they just, I don't know. It's just like people are so closed-minded is basically what I'm trying to say.
That's true.
And they're so stuck in a mentality where it's like, if it don't involve the streets, why am I trying to listen to it? Or if it don't involve school, why am I listening to it? If it don't involve black people, why am I listening
it's
to
that
it?
mindset that we were talking about before. We got as a people, we got to decondition ourselves and how we think about the smallest things. You know what I mean? Business is on probably a bigger scale, but we need to be focused on that more instead of the negative things.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And a lot of people don't let the media keep feeding you this false shit where it's like you got a lot of people that out there that don't see, they see like Black Lives Matter as a threat, and they try to attack you with, well, why don't y'all address the black on black crime? Like there are plenty of people trying to address that. There are plenty of people out there doing marches and community outreach to address those issues, but that don't get the same media as a couple of young people losing their fucking mind and getting pissed off. Don't catch us at the breaking point. Catch us before the pot boils over. It's that simple.
And that's on the bigger scale too. But just like I said earlier, anything that I said today, don't take my word for it. Look it up.
Look it up. And my thing is like I told my girl, I tell myself all the time, like we'll do something as simple as like, what's the number to fucking tell me the number to the post office down the street.
Yeah.
Like we got smartphones. Quit being so damn dumb. Information is in your hand every damn day.
Let me say this too. I tell everybody, YouTube, Google.
Yo, dead ass. I learned how to change and bleed my brakes off of YouTube. That's one less person I gotta fucking pay for something.
Yeah, you're right.
It's that simple. Like
that's how I learned how to change my brakes and shit.
The information is there, and there's people that's out there just giving it away. Just like I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but damn, what is his name? Because he's an entrepreneur, and he's made so much money in life. And he started off with, he would go to shops and buy magazines and baseball cards. He's older than me. He would buy magazines and baseball cards, then turn around and sell those to his friends with a 10 cents on the dollar or whatever it may be, and make some type of profit off it. Then he turned around and started buying records, pictures, albums and stuff, and moved it to online and started selling it on eBay and letting people bid on that stuff.
He flipped his hustle.
Exactly, and he keeps expanding. I can't remember his name, and that's killing me because he's the person that's in my ear where I'm I listen to him and I feed off of a lot of what he says because he's speaking common sense. I like realistic thinking. Don't sit here and feed me a dream. Feed me some shit that can be implemented in my life. Feed me that. That's what I need to make sense. I might not be able to understand every vocabulary word you use in your field, but if you dumb it down a bit, I'm sure I can catch it like that.
And even because real estate is like that, it's like its own language. Real estate is.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody says something that you don't know,
Ask
and or Google.
Yeah.
Just know how to spell it.
Yeah. You don't even need to. You get the little speaker, and they'll spell it for you.
And it's too easy. It's
Right.
too easy. Information's out there. Go get it.
Exactly, man. Yeah, you know what? And it was cool to have you on the show. You did give us some knowledge and a lot of stuff that we can feed. And what we'll do, Justina just told us to make sure we get her the information.
Gary.
Yeah,
Gary V.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
That-
Inspired
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yes.
I like him.
Yes.
I didn't know that's who you was talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
I didn't hear the baseball because you know he passed up on Uber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that
Yeah.
he talks about
Twice.
regretting.
Yeah,
He talks about regretting that, but like it hurt him as far as like, damn, I missed out on some major change right there. But he's still.
He
he's
said
still
put him in check.
driven.
Yeah, but he said you know what, that checked me. That made me like get on my shit.
I
Yeah,
listened to a few of his things.
yeah.
He's
good.
definitely out here.
Hey, well,
Go ahead.
guys, you know what? It's been an awesome show. We got here to talk to Titus about all of his stuff,
And all
It
types
was
of
cool.
business, and we
All
got to know him better.
business
For all
and
y'all
real
that are-
estate and service coordination. We got to know him, and y'all got to know him.
I'll be back.
And two, if y'all have any questions, y'all can feel free. Like we tagged him in a lot of these statuses and stuff like
Check
that.
on
He'll be
everyone.
up here, so you can always hit him up and find out the information. And yeah, so that's Titus. Till next time, people. I'm Token.
I'm Manna.
Hey,
I'm
More-
Titus.
yeah, and we're out.
See ya.
Comment, conversation, 412. Token the Mano, Pittsburgh, what it do? We in the city of riches, we in the city of smoke, we in the city of rivers, so you don't need you. We in the city of haters, so you just might need a coat. Or at least bring your jacket, cause man, the city get cold. Yeah, man, the city is frosty, yeah, man, the city is costly, but yeah, the city is mine. For 1, 2 times, when you know that we grind, cause you know money is time, and you know time is steady ticking, so I gotta get mine. And it's time to come up, so put your hands up. Let's all live this life before death and no rough, ain't no time for mess up. Man, you better get with it, arithmetic that I'm spitting, I'll do the math that you listen. Comment, conversation,
412. Hey.
We
Till
out,
next
y'all.
time, people. We are out. We'll see y'all next week, Saturday, 5:30 ish. Mano's voice. 5:30.